Hey fam, welcome back to the English Literature series. In this video, I will provide the summary of how I taught my grandmother to read. A beautiful autobiographical story written by Sudha Murthy and included in the NCERT Grade 9 English textbook Kaveri. In this inspiring chapter, the narrator, Sudha Murthy, recounts a memorable experience from her childhood that taught her the value of education, determination, and self respect. This story revolves around her grandmother's desire to learn to read and prove that age is just a number when it comes to acquiring knowledge. Let us understand this in detail. The story is narrated by Sudha Murthy, who spends her childhood in a village in Karnataka. Her grandmother was a kind and affectionate woman who was very fond of listening to stories. At that time, a popular Kannada novel called Kashi Yatra was being published as a weekly serial. Since her grandmother could not read, Sudha would read each episode aloud to her. The grandmother listened with heart and soul and eagerly waited to know what would happen next. She was so engrossed in the story that she discussed it with her friends and looked forward to every new episode. One day, Sudha went out to attend a family function. During her absence, a new episode of the serial was published. Since nobody was available to read it to her, the grandmother felt helpless and disappointed. She realized that being unable to read made her dependent on others. This incident became a turning point in her life. She decided she would no longer rely on anyone for reading. Although she was 62 years old, she resolved to learn the Kannada alphabet. The grandmother approached Sudha and requested her to become her teacher. Sudha willingly accepted the responsibility and began teaching her grandmother every day. The grandmother worked hard and practiced regularly. She left no stone unturned in her efforts to learn. After months of sincere dedication and perseverance, the grandmother achieved her goal. On the auspicious occasion of Saraswati Puja during Dashera, she surprised everyone by reading a passage from a book on her own. As a mark of respect for a teacher, the grandmother touched Sudha's feet. Sudha felt embarrassed because she was much younger, but her grandmother explained that a teacher deserved respect regardless of age. This touching moment became one of the most memorable experiences of Sudha's life. The grandmother's success proved that where there is a will, there is a way. Her determination transformed her weakness into strength and showed that learning can continue throughout life. With this, we come to the end of the summary. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this explanation, keep reading, keep learning, and remember, knowledge is the only treasure that grows when shared. See you in the next lesson. Do like, share my videos, and subscribe my channel.